I want to show you how to use base 10 blocks in order to round a number. Base 10 blocks are awesome because it shows you what the number looks like. It uses manipulatives in order to build the number out of little blocks. These are what's called base 10 blocks, okay? Now, do you know what it means to round a number? Have you heard that?
Yeah, I had.
Okay, what's it mean?
Where you just, like, let's say it's 40 or 46.
Yeah.
The nearest the nearest number, that's a 10 is 50.
How do you know that?
Because if the number is 40, it wouldn't make sense because it's a 46. 6 is bigger. It's bigger and closer to 50.
Good. So today what I want to do is I want to show that but using these base 10 blocks. Okay? So let's go ahead and make 46. Make 46 out of the base 10 blocks. Okay. What is that?
4 10s and 6 1s.
Good. Okay. Which makes the number 46. We're talking about rounding, right? We want to get a nice round number, which means, you know what rounding is really all about? It's all about the zero. We love zeros because zeros are really easy to work with, especially doing mental math to use zeros because 50 plus 60 is way easier than 46 plus 52. It's exactly 46, but we want to round it. Now, the question is, usually is, do we want to round up or down, right? Well, so we're going to round this to the nearest 10 to find what 10s surround a number, right? So, what are the options for 46?
50 and 40.
Good. Where did you come up with those numbers?
Because they're the numbers that are next to the 46.
What do you mean next to it?
Like, it's like with just ones. You know, 1, 2, and 3. 3 and 1 are next to it. The same thing with just numbers.
Okay, I like that explanation. That's really good. So you're saying that, so here we have 46. You're saying that 40 is on one side and like 50 is on the other side, like over here, right? And
Yeah.
what's in the middle is the ones. Well, we need to determine whether these ones means we go up to 50 or we go down to 40. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to show you something. Check it out. If you line these ones up, okay, like this, 10 of them would be exactly the same length as one of these, a 10. If you put this 10 right next to it, if there are enough ones to equal half of this 10 or more, then we would put this 10 here. It would take the place of the ones. If there were fewer, like if it looked like this, fewer than half, then it wouldn't be worth putting the 10 there. And we would just take the ones away and we would leave it at 40. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, is there enough ones to replace the ones with a 10? Is there more than half of We're trying 10? To determine whether or not we should use this 10 or not. And we should, because there was more than half. So we know that it's acceptable to say that 46 is about 50. The same idea could be used when we're talking about hundreds also. Let's say we have the number 368. Is that 368? Now, let's say we want to round to the nearest 100. How do we do that? How can we show that using these base 10 blocks? Don't worry about these ones. Just think about the tens. Does this number of tens, is it more than half of 100? Check it out. If we take, so we could round down to 300, or we could round up to what? What would be the next higher 100? We could round up to 400. In order to see if it's appropriate to go up or down, you could put these tens on a 100 block like this. Is it 1/2? Do these take up 1/2 or more of the 10 block? It takes up a little bit more than a half, right?
Yeah.
So there's 6 tens, it takes up a little more than a half, which means that it's appropriate to exchange all of this for 100. If we're rounding to the nearest 100, 100 could take the place of the 68. So we would round up to 400. You got it?
Yeah. Luke got it too.
He gets it.
Yeah.
Be gentle.
I know.